Good evening, you're watching Left, Right and Centre. I'm Sarah Jacob. He was the underdog, the politician who did the unthinkable by defeating the BJP in UP Chief Minister Adityanath's Gorakhpur in the 2018 bypolls. And now he may switch over to the BJP. This after Akhilesh Yadav did not give Praveen Nishad the ticket from Gorakhpur again. It was Nishad's astounding win in 2018 which became the template for opposition unity and eventually helped two rivals, Akhilesh Yadav and Mayawati, to team up.
A big blow to the SP-BSP Gadbandhan. 30-year-old Gorakhpur MP Praveen Nishad of the Nishad Party is likely to cross over to the BJP. His shock victory as a SP-BSP joint candidate in the 2018 Lok Sabha bypolls, in the seat held by Yogi Adityanath for over 2 decades, helped cement Akhilesh Yadav and Mayawati's UP Gadbandhan. Just 3 days after this Lucknow press conference, where Akhilesh Yadav and Nishad Party leaders announced a renewed alliance for the 2019 election, the Nishad Party called it off, saying they were not happy with Akhilesh. Its party chief, Sanjay Nishad, met with UP Chief Minister Adityanath last evening.
मेरा एक सामाजिक मुद्दा है आरक्षण का और वो मझवार का आरक्षण जो है वो तहसील में पड़ा हुआ है। जो भी शासन सत्ता में आया वो लिया, जैसे सपा वाले लिए, बसपा वाले लिए, तो मैं भी शासन सत्ता के नजदीक रहकर अगर समाज को दिला दूं तो इससे बेहतर क्या हो सकता है। तो मैंने कल माननीय मुख्यमंत्री से मुलाकात हुई और वो एक उन्होंने आश्वासन किया कि जो भी आपकी विसंगतियां हैं उसे हम दूर करेंगे और निश्चित रूप से अगर तहसील में जागरूकता है तो घर तक पहुंचेगा।
Within hours, Akhilesh Yadav hit back by announcing party leader Ram Bhuwal Nishad as the SP's Gorakhpur candidate. Mr. Nishad is also from the influential Nishad OBC community that has a significant presence in eastern UP, including on seats like Gorakhpur. It is not clear what exactly has triggered this breakup, but sources say the Nishad party wanted Akhilesh Yadav to give them 2 eastern UP Lok Sabha seats, Gorakhpur, which they won in 2018 on an SP symbol, and Maharajganj, which is a seat right next door. But sources say Akhilesh was not willing to give them anything beyond Gorakhpur. Sources say Akhilesh told Nishad party leaders he had already conceded 1 extra seat from his quota of 38 to Ajit Singh's RLD. Akhilesh was prepared to concede the Gorakhpur seat to the Nishad party, but was unwilling to concede any more seats from his quota. With Salim Khan in Gorakhpur, this is Alok Pandey, NDTV.
So is this advantage BJP? Will the Nishad Party exit, dent the SP and the BSP? Well, to discuss all of this, we have here tonight Ami Yagnik of the Congress. We have Vineet Goenka, former national co-convener of the IT cell of the BJP. We have Ghanshyam Tiwari, spokesperson of the SP, and Dr. Geeta Bhatt, political analyst. So Ghanshyam, to you first. A self-goal. 2018 was the experiment. It was the test version of the BSP-SP alliance in Gorakhpur and Phulpur. The results were so astounding that it led to the UP Gadbandhan in its present state.
Well, not a self-goal at all. We are very confident about the electoral strength that we have as a party, as an alliance in Gorakhpur. That we were immediately ready with the announcement of the candidate shows that we predicted what Bharatiya Janata Party is going to do. BJP was rattled the moment we were able to present alliance with other smaller parties in the region, and as a result they had to do what they do best, hatch a conspiracy. So what is happening in Gorakhpur demonstrates that BJP is rattled. Conspiracy is their only response to lack of public support.
No,
while
so what
we are
is the BJP going to do? You're saying this shows that you were confident, you knew what the BJP was going to do.
Yes.
Are they going to field him as their candidate? Because they haven't announced a candidate for Gorakhpur.
No, I think they are still evaluating their options. Maybe the BJP spokesperson would say. But for Yogi Adityanath ji as Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, as a 5-time member of Parliament from Gorakhpur, this is the ultimate sign of desperation, having lost in the bypolls. Now, what is the ultimate thing he could do? He could break away a party by whatever means he could.
No, who has broken away the party?
Well, clearly, as I say, that it is Bharatiya Janata Party.
You just heard Mr. Nishad in our story that Alok Pandey has filed. He says he hasn't gotten that ticket. He says that the party has been treated badly. He says they've been humiliated over the past year by Akhilesh Yadav ji and your party.
Well, it is obvious.
He's not
to any,
saying the BJP has taken him away.
It is obvious to anyone who has followed the political development. One, his son was a member of parliament. Two, 2 days back, he confidently was present at SP office and said he was part of alliance and he would rout out Bharatiya Janata Party. In 2 days, something changed, and it is not the public perception. It is not the sense of respect that he has with Akhilesh Yadav ji. It is purely a conspiracy that BJP was successful in hatching, but we predicted it, and as a result, we immediately responded with a powerful candidate who will take on whoever Bharatiya Janata Party wants to put in Gorakhpur.
Dr. Geeta Bhatt, Akhilesh Yadav has alleged that the Congress is more interested in strengthening itself rather than removing Narendra Modi as PM. But this would lead many to say this of him.
Can you please repeat? The voice was not clear.
Dr. Bhatt, Akhilesh Yadav has accused Rahul Gandhi of putting the Congress party's interests before removing the BJP from power and Prime Minister Modi before re-electing him. Many would say, after listening to everything that's happened in UP today, that you could say the same of Akhilesh Yadav.
Yeah, you see, what has happened is that if you look, it is basically the electoral alliances, which are happening, or whether it is the Congress or whether it is Bharatiya Janata Party. But at the root is that, these electoral alliances, whether they are based on some, ideological similarities or whether there are some common minimum programs which are between the political parties, so as to serve the country or to the society and the people of this country. Now, when these kind of alliances which take place are only in terms, which are opportunist, or rather just to grab the power, then, these kind of things are bound to happen. What we are seeing, whether with the, Nishad Party, the candidate who had won in Gorakhpur, now he is saying that he's not going to be the party is not going to be in alliance with Samajwadi Party in the upcoming Lok Sabha elections, or what we saw between the Samajwadi Party and Congress just before the 2017 Uttar Pradesh poll. Because you see, when the motive is only to remove the present Prime Minister of the country, or the motive is only to defeat a particular political party, like here in this case Bharatiya Janata Party, then you see there is no strong foundation which is there in these kind of alliances, and that is the reason that this kind of cross-party hopping is taking place.
Okay, so Vineet, it appears that it's advantage BJP, but Praveen Nishad's win last year did break that myth about the invincibility of Adityanath.
See, it is like this, Sarah. In a political scene right now, when we are going out for elections, there are a lot of things which will happen, and I think probably the popularity of Narendra Modi ji and Bharatiya Janata Party is increasing. That's the reason we see more and more people attracted towards Bharatiya Janata Party. Be it be VK Patil in Maharashtra, be it be some MLAs in Gujarat, and maybe today's scene what has happened. This clearly shows that the winds are blowing in favor of the current dispensation, and there are more seats to be done.
But Vineet, given the history of Nishad and the BJP, it's going to be very difficult to convince the community that now Praveen Nishad is with the BJP. I mean, I know we've heard of the improbable happening in politics, but this really would be taking it a bit too far.
No, I like one thing, Sarah, when the media says, one thing, whoever joins BJP is a conspiracy, and number two, it will be difficult for BJP to patch up with him. And whenever somebody leaves NDA, for example, Chandrababu Naidu says it's a natural alliance is with Congress. So this, two different standards. If they are natural partners, we are also natural partners, and in a political scene right now, we will make sure that we come together, we work for the benefit of the people, we deliver the results to the last person who is standing there.
No, the upper caste and OBCs are the vote bank historically for the BJP is what we're saying here. The Nishads haven't been. In the past election, in the bypolls, it was clearly...
surprisingly, what is surprising? The surprising part is, you are defining what is the catchment area of Bharatiya Janata Party. I feel everybody in this country who is an Indian, who is a nationalist, who loves this country, is Bharatiya Janata Party's voter, he loves Bharatiya Janata Party. I don't see upper caste, lower caste, Hindu, Muslim or Christian as such. We have all the people. So I have somebody who is Christian who represents in Kerala. So I have got somebody who is Muslim who represents in Bihar, and I have all kind of leaders which I have. Every caste, community, clan, gender you talk about. So I don't see a pocket and this kind of catchments. And unfortunately, people who are not Bharatiya Janata Party members try to define what is Bharatiya Janata Party's catchment area.
Okay, let me go across to Ami Yagnik. You know, certainly it looks like it's a setback for the SP-BSP, but you know, the Congress overall in all of this has come out lagging behind the BJP when it comes to stitching alliances. Today, even at the road show, the rally at Amit Shah's nomination, you even saw the Shiv Sena come out. This is something the Congress has just not been able to do.
I think you should not give so much credit to the BJP, the rally and the show. If you could have seen all the allies who were there with Mr. Amit Shah, you found first of all Shiv Sena, who has been completely at loggerheads in making statements in the last several months that they will go alone in Lok Sabha elections, but yet today Mr. Thackeray was completely doing a U-turn and speaking something very different in a different language.
That's exactly my
Same
point,
for the Akali Dal.
When
so
it
the allies who were there,
when it's up for a big election, they have come together, which is what they said at the rally themselves.
Congress is rejected by BSP, SP,
because this political opportunism at its height, you know, at its height, and then you cannot just compare the current NDA, which is a compulsive alliance coming together for no good for the country, because none of them are answering any questions or any promises fulfilled in the last 5 years. But you want to compare it with the other Mahagathbandhan, which is there or which is not there. Well, the parties will decide for themselves. But these parties which are completely wanting the BJP out are having India as their only point in the front. They want the country to progress. The country is first, and here is BJP.
But unfortunately,
completely mandated
BSP
to
have rejected